What's up,
Hey,
Chris?
man. What's going on? You ready to record?
Yeah. Just you saw this video. Tommy Puig sent us a video. I just want to watch this real quick before we go on. You know, it's got to be cool, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should tell you about it first.
Tell me about what? It's Tommy Puig. He's our homie from Star Wars Savage and shooting a Poodoo podcast. What could be so bad?
All right.
Yo, shout out to BROAXIUM. Hey, Chris, guess where I'm at?
On shelves today, Star Wars.
Get it together, Chris.
I'm sorry. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, number 4. Damn you, Tommy. Now, the outlaw trio of Kendo, Remix, and Wuro are scheming and plotting on the Sword of Kashun that's a part of Dakonder's collection. Now, in the last issue, Kendo had made a deal with Hondo Ohnaka. Unfortunately for her, Hondo and Dakonda are homies. Sorta homies. Yeah. Now our story starts off with some First Order troopers looking for some Resistance spies on the outskirts of Blackspire Post. Now, as we go back to Blackspire Post, you can tell that, like with all scoundrels and smugglers and all around underworld scum, no one trusts one another, and Kendo had Hondo and Dakonda bugged. Now, I need to know what's going on with this Sword of Kashun, because the power in this thing has got Dakonda terrified. Now, as Kendo and her crew get ready for the last part of their quest, get the other half of this sword, Hondo and Dakonda are going to take a little stroll down memory lane and talk about a similar ordeal with this sword involving a certain archaeologist and screw-upper of things who goes by the name of Dr. Shelley Afra. Now, once again, I love this 4th issue of Galaxy's Edge. I like where the story's going. I like that there is an actual story while they're advertising for the amusement park. It's really cool. It's really cool that Tommy Puig got to go. It's really nice. You know, that he got to go, and then he kind of threw it in my face. You know that. You know, I just want to go.
Keep it together, Chris. Let's keep it together.
So on shelves today,
we have Star Wars Age of Resistance Special.
so we start this issue off with Maz Scoundrels.
And in this one, we have Maz, Chewie, and Han on a mission to retrieve something that Maz wants back.
And things are about to get icy because they're going to a certain ice planet.
Now, after arriving on the ice planet, they confront the Baron, who is in charge of everything there, to get back Maz's artifact.
Little does this Baron know, he's wearing a Wookiee pelt. And our favorite Wookiee, who's about to back up Maz, is not going to be happy about that.
Now, without knowing about the backup Maz was packing, the Baron was a little reluctant to give up the artifact.
Guns started blazing, and this Wookiee was one tough cookie.
More food.
I can't help myself. I'm on fire today.
Now, this story is called The Bridge, and it features a young Amilyn Holdo. Now, this one starts off with a young, blonde Amilyn Holdo on a Rebel Alliance arms smuggling ship. She's dyeing her hair that famous purple that we all know as an Imperial Star Destroyer comes bursting out of hyperspace. Now, at this point in her career, Holdo's only known for being an apprentice senator and also flying around giving some speeches to other rebel cells. But you really get to see her take command and show us the Holdo we got in The Last Jedi.
This brings us to our third and final chapter in this issue. And now that VV8, let's get to BB8 in Robot Resistance.
Oh my God, you're fired.
Alright, so we're on the planet Josh. Poe needs help from our little buddy BB8 to break into a data center and download movement information from the First Order. This is provided, however, that BB8 doesn't get into trouble first. And of course, BB-8 does. But it's not hard to see why. A trooper is, and I say this lightly, forcefully programming droids into submission, and it tugs at BB-8's heart circuits. You know? BB-8 gets involved, zaps the troopers, and then quickly escapes to successfully acquire the data. It's not that easy though, because BB-8 becomes trooper bait. The other droids that BB-8 rescued? They're quick to want to return the favor. Meanwhile, Poe is freaking out, trying to know if BB-8 is okay. Did the droids zap the troopers and rescue BB-8? Does BB-8 or Poe make it out alive? Even if they do, does BB-8 retain the data? Read to find out. If for nothing else, check it out for a cameo of one of our original trilogy pals. This issue was short and sweet, and for me, it continues to feed the affection and sense of wonder I have for droids. Hey!
I really enjoyed the triple threat between Maz, Han, and Chewie. It was really action-packed.
Absolutely, they make a great team.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of ship Chewie and Maz.
Ooh, totally.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Holdo?
I love the Holdo story because it gives a lot of background to The Last Jedi and her tactical knowledge.
Absolutely.
And confidence as well.
You can see that.
Yeah. And what about BB-8?
I mean, for me, I really enjoyed the camaraderie between the droids. Like, ultimately, they don't necessarily have to be inherently aligned with Empire or Rebellion or Sith or Jedi. They're just droids. They're just trying to live their lives, you know?
And if you treat them poorly, they're gonna rebel.
Thanks again for joining us for another quick shot of BROAXIUM right here at Atomic City Comics on South Street in Philadelphia.
Also, make sure to check out Shootin' the Poodoo Episode 3 coming to you August 5th. It's a Monday. And also, make sure to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Hey, may the Force be with you guys.
Always.